Hi everybody. So welcome if you are new and welcome back if you are already a subscriber. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel and subscribing and tuning in. If there's anything that you guys are hunting for or looking for from me, please don't hesitate to put it down in the comments below. I love getting feedback and ideas that you guys want to see for videos. It definitely shapes what I put up on the channel. Other than that, it's just kind of like whatever I'm working on and whatever I want to put up there. That being said, this has been my baby for the last couple days. I really am excited to flip through this little guy and show you what I've been working on. This will be posted on my Etsy shop. I'll put the link in down below. And I'll put anything else down there that just seems pertinent, I guess. But that'll be the gist of it. So that's what we're going to go through today, is this little guy, and I'm going to talk about it. So I don't know if you guys have seen the video of me doing my traveler journal insert flip throughs. That's up on here. It goes through two traveler journal inserts that I did for two good girlfriends of mine. I love how you can see me talking with my hands via shadow. The lighting is on my side today, so I'm using it to my advantage, where it's overcast, so it doesn't bring in like this cuckoo glare. I'm working on getting some better lighting so that we don't have shadows at all, but until then, you'll see me with my little finger puppets. But back to the task at hand. So I did two traveler journal inserts for two girlfriends of mine as their Christmas presents. At Little Creative Life, which is Taylor Ann, and then Chelsea Buttons, I think is her handle. I know Taylor has posted hers on her IG, so if you want to check that out, she was really excited. And then I actually have the full flips of them on this channel and a silent flip of 5 other inserts I did. That being said, they were my first ones. So there were some serious discrepancies, learning curve issues, etc. So some came out smaller width-wise. They're all standard insert height though, so you could still fit them in your traveler journal insert if it's standard, or traveler journal notebook if it's standard. And there's nothing wrong with them other than that. I think I had an issue with the hole punching. So there's like a little spot where you can kind of see the holes, but they're easy to cover up with washi or paper or a photo or something. And so the price reflects that. I might, don't quote me on this, I may or may not offer a discount if someone wants to have it embellished. I might put that up on my Instagram soon. So if you don't follow me and you've been interested in them, it might be a good thing to do, to follow, just to look out and see. But I may just offer like one free embellishment option if you purchase one, just because some of them weren't my best work. So that being said, I endeavored to learn about the craft a little bit better, plan things out a little bit better, and I wanted to try something different, which is where this little guy came from. So this is all handmade. The entire thing, the literal entire thing, I constructed by hand, laminated, die cutted. Like, there's a lot of love that went into this guy. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. Enjoy the flip through, and we'll just kind of chat along as we go. I am going to get this video posted after I do the flip, because I shouldn't have to edit anything for it. It's just going to be a steady stream of consciousness. And then I am going to list it out on the Etsy. So stay tuned. So I used elastic. It's just banded together with typical binding elastic. I'm so excited to flip it over. Ah! He's so chunky. I'm excited. So one thing that I really wanted to do was to make the outside sturdy. I wanted to make it to where you could chuck it in your purse. I don't recommend hardcore traveling with it. That's just complete and utter honesty, I just don't recommend it with any of your beloved books. But if that's the way you want to roll, you may want to slip this in a cover that's a little bit more sturdy if you're going to beat and batter it to death. I was inspired by the Flourish collection. I loved it when it first came out. I bought quite a bit of the paper at a scrap show, and then I was completely unaware of the fact that Joann's had adopted back a bunch of the American Craft stuff that they got. And I happened to wander into one and get a lot of the paper for extremely cheap. And so I had a massive amount of it. Then Tuesday Morning came out with all the accessories. So then that came about, and I just thought, oh my gosh, this would make the cutest little book full of inserts that I could dream about. So that's what I wanted to make, and that's what I made. I made the cover. I'm going to take, I don't know, I'll probably leave everything put together, but it's bound. It's actually glued very well together with E6000, so that mess is not coming apart. It has, here, I'm going to take out the little ephemera jazz. It has a pocket here in the front and here in the back. They are not deep. These are not super deep pockets. I wouldn't put a lot of thick things in here. It might be, I would just recommend it to be like a paper pocket. So nothing thicker than what I've stuffed in here. Just be kind to them. So I have the little corresponding pockets that match. I guess I'll go ahead and push this off to the side just for a minute to go through ephemera with you, and then I'll kind of put it back in as we go. I have a laminated washi board that's also matching. It matches the cover so that it's reusable with any washi tape that you have at home. And I actually wrapped different washi tapes around it that correspond to this collection. So these are all from the Flourish collection as well. It is a foot per tape. So that's actually really cool because you get, what, 6, 7, 8 feet of washi tucked into this little guy. I just did my nails, so I'm kind of like trying not to go too crazy. I stamped out a bunch of the fun stamps from the Flourish collection on some packaging paper that I had. And then I love this little Tim Holtz stamp set. And even though it's not Flourish, it went with that vibe of just flowers and girly things. So I thought that would be a little cute thing to throw in. So I did. So that's kind of all your goodies in your front pocket. Like I said, I'm trying to be a little delicate because I just did my nails and I don't want to wreck them. So now we're going to flip through the inserts. So just to give you a little bit of background with the inserts, there are 3 full inserts in here. Each insert is 20 pages. So going 1, 2, flip, 3, 4, flip, 5, 6, flip. So does that make sense? So it's 20 pages per insert. There are 3 inserts. So you have 60 pages worth to decorate, embellish, have fun with. They are not all double-sided. I did want to leave a little bit of room for some creativity. Some have the rounded edges. Mostly it's just the cover itself. That's something I'm working on for future journals. Please let me know down below. Do you like the straight edges? Do you like rounded edges? Do you care if they're not even, like it's not like a clean split? I'm just curious to know. So there's that. These are papers from the Flourish collection. Another thing that I wanted to include in this collection was a little bit of plain paper that just worked color-wise. So obviously pink is something that you see a lot in this collection, different shades altogether. So I just threw in a little bit of a pink pop there. I did also put vellum, plain little vellum pages to play with. I know that's still something really new in this community, is playing more with specialty papers. So I really wanted to include that because it's something I have enjoyed quite a bit. That's definitely fun for me. I'm going to pull this little guy out so I can show you. I love putting graph paper in all of them. I want to incorporate dot grids maybe in the future because I know that's a really big thing and I love a good dot grid. I also included this little pocket. So you have a little pocket adhered in here and you can tuck down in this little guy or use the big, whichever you prefer. I'm going to flip through. Well, I'll put this off to the side. That way I can put everything back in the corresponding pocket. We're going to make this up as we go along, party people. Okay, so I'm really jazzed about this pocket. So in it, I have a little sampling of the stickers from Flourish. So you have the grateful, the hearts, some of the butterflies and the bugs, the cameras, and the little labels and flags. So that's there. This is so exciting. So one thing that I started experimenting with from a specialty paper perspective was tissue wrapping and collage paper. So during Use Your Junkmas, I discovered I had a roll of collage paper and I fell in love with it. And then I found out that you can buy blank collage paper and I went bananas. I thought, how cool would that be? Like basically to make your own sticker. So this is actually collage paper that I stamped some of the Flourish stamps on so that you can rip this, cut this. I would recommend cutting so that you get it just right. Cut it and then use your matte medium over it to like adhere it down wherever you wanted it. And it would be like a stamp sticker. Great little bit of texture to include. So I'm really jazzed that I got those in there. These are all little cut aparts. They're not double-sided. They're just a fun little pack. I wonder, I don't think I've measured these. Okay, so we're looking at 1, 2, 3 by 3. Yeah, 3 by 3 for these little guys. I love this because it's like the invert of this. So that's really gorgeous to have in there. This pretty kind of paint by numbers peacock. He is, let me see, little over that 3 by 3 mark. So 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So that's what I've tucked into this little pocket. So we're going to stuff everything back in there. I really wanted to make sure that this was something fun to play with. I think that one thing I struggled with the most in making these, and I'm not going to say that I'm not going to do it because it was so much fun. I think that we love, as artists, we love having the base work done for us because that's a lot of the cumbersome part. That's the part that it's the mechanical part. It's, you know, it's fun to pick your papers, but then you start sewing and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so aggravating. And then it's built. And then you're like, okay, I'm over looking at this. I want to move on to something new. And it's not as fun to decorate. So I started thinking, you know, that would be great. But what if some of the fun embellishments were put in there to like re-spark that creativity? And it did. Picking out the embellishments after the fact really inspired me. And then I really wanted to go into this guy with all the supplies that I had and pictures and stickers. And I was really, really excited about that too. So I'm considering even just embellishing one and putting that up separately as well. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. I am going to offer an option to have this embellished that way. What that means is that if you want me to, for a price, I would love to do it for free. And I might, like I said, I might in the future offer that option every once in a while, like run a special and say, you know, okay, for this week, if you buy whatever from the shop, you can pick one embellishment for free. So that might mean getting it distressed or getting it chunkified with all of the embellishments, or it might mean like this one's already chunky. So that was a poor example, but it might mean me going back in with paints and sprays and all of my love and excitement into it. It still won't be written all over. I might write something every little bit or so. If you've watched those flip through videos of those traveler journals inserts, you have a better idea, and that would be the best thing for you to do if you're questioning what kind of embellishment I might put in it. That would be a wonderful place to look, or if you're trying to get ideas of anything customized that you might like. And I'm always open to new ideas as well. So if there's something that you want specifically in yours, feel free to reach out to me. I love getting that. And I don't mind doing that as long as it's within my realm of possibility. So long story short, I really wanted to embellish this guy by the time I like wrapped it up. So I have the graph paper and the vellum. And because these are folded, they just repeat after the first 10. I adore this collection. I think it's just so fun, and the colors are just fantastic. So that's the first embellish already flipped. So now we're going to go into the second one. This has a pocket. So I cut the pockets out of this same paper as the cover. So I thought it would be great to flip it and have this as a pocket this time around. So I'm going to pull this out. It's not as heavily stocked as that first one was. These are those, I think they are the 3x4. Yes. So these are the 3x4 cards that I've included. I love this little bunny. It makes me miss my little bun. And then I've also included some more stickers. So you have these great little matching stickers in here. Okay, so continuing on. Okay, so I did want to talk about this really quickly. So I accidentally, oh my God, heaven forbid someone make an accident. I accidentally put this paper in upside down. I actually, even though I was really upset about it, I really kind of liked it because it was this, I thought about the play on words with topsy-turvy and the house being a mess, or like, we all know we have those craft room horror story pictures laying around of where it looks like a Cat 5 tornado went through, or Cat 5 hurricane, whatever, went through your craft room and you need Mary Poppins to come help you. And so I just thought, and I was actually watching Mary Poppins Returns when I constructed this. But I just kind of left it and liked it, and I didn't, there were so many things I probably could have done to fix it, but I'm leaving it and I like it. So it is what it is, people. Embrace it. I kind of like the idea of writing along these lines. I thought about that and like coloring little flowers, and there's so much potential with this that I can't even stand it. It just, I think this one's upside down too. Oh yeah, because it might be the back. I don't know. No, that's the right way. Some more graph paper, this cute little heart paper. Oh, okay. Now that we're halfway through. So one thing I am going to talk about, I'm going to include this cute little gold binder clip because gold is kind of the color, metallic anyway, that runs through this collection. So I definitely just wanted to give everybody like a little something to hang on to. So I'll clip him back in a minute, but I'm going to scoot this off to the side. I made a cute little envelope and tied it up with this pretty pink twine that you can, of course, you know, reuse it. You're just, if you want to like tie it up for real and then cut this and use it for something else, you have that option. But I just love that pretty pink and white. Obviously, it runs through this collection as well. I made this little envelope with a Tim Holtz die cut I have, and then stocked this puppy full of juicy ephemera. So these are actually really cool. I did not fussy cut all of them, just this particular page, because if I had tried to cut it with my paper cutter, it would have chopped off like the deer. But so those are the only ones I fussy cut. Everything else I kind of just cut in a square so that you can leave it in a square or you can fussy cut it out. That's entirely up to you. And I wanted to give as much creative freedom as humanly possible because that's what it was all about for me. It was about destashing for one, which totally backfired 1,000,000%. I'm not even going to lie. It caused me to go down a rabbit hole, no pun intended, that I never expected, but I'm really excited about all the potential. But these are all cut on mixed media paper. So you can paint on these. You can watercolor on these, you can color pencil, you can marker, you can do whatever you want, or you can just fussy cut it and leave it black and white if you want. So it's going to be that mixed media paper from, who's mixed media paper? Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm going to try to do this and not cause an avalanche of epic proportions. From Strathmore. There we go. I have like the pad up there and I couldn't figure out what it is. Oh my God, all these books are gonna fall and it's gonna make the loudest noise and it's all gonna come crashing down and it's shaking my camera, I'm sure. Thank you. Sorry for the miniature earthquake. So a lot of these I did duplicates of just so that you could have them to place maybe in a corner and in the bottom if you wanted. Or like I love the little houses and I thought, oh my gosh, if you fussy cut these out, you could do all kinds of like little village type of scenes. So I gave you 2 of each house with that. And then I just love this little flower truck. So I did 2 of those. So all of these little guys, like I said, are on mixed media paper. So, you know, create, explore, enjoy with that. I really love this bird and the deer and the hummingbird. Okay, so the price sticker was covering up the hummingbird, and so I didn't actually know what the hummingbird was until I got it home and even unpackaged it to stamp these in particular. And I about lost it. I was so excited about that. So this is like your little creative pack of die cut goodies, so to speak. And I did stamp them in the archive ink so that it's not like stays on ink where it's just like harsh black. So if you're it gives you a great outline, but if you're going to be putting paint on top of that, I would just keep that in mind that your black may wash out a little bit, but it will still stay because it's that archival ink. So continuing through with our flip. I don't know why I'm holding that. That's strange. So here we see the nice, lovely other side of the upside down, topsy-turvy houses. So that's the back of the second insert, signature, whatever you want to call them. Same, but different. Then we have our houses right side up again. And we're in that third signature now. Lovely little piece of vellum. This is one of the few times you'll see like a white page, and I struggled with that after the fact. Let me know in the comments down below if you are a person that prefers more pattern paper or more white space paper, because I'm really curious about that. I was really insecure about the inserts that I've done to this point, having a lot of white in them, but then I started thinking that leaves so much room for creativity, but I think a lot of people are just afraid of the white space. I've been hearing that a lot lately, is that people are afraid of the white space. So now we're at the center of that last signature. So those pages are going to repeat just on the opposite side. Like I would love to try to write in those little bitty lines. I would try all kinds of weird stuff. Okay, so this is another one of our cute little hidden pocket inserts. So this was actually a really cool little thing I got to do. I'm trying to hope that that's gonna stay semi-flat. This guy is really chunky. So he's not been pressed down really well yet. So, I mean, he wants to flip and do all kinds of weird stuff. So maybe I'll just kind of keep him there. These are all, what am I trying to say? I'm not going to say die cut. They're all vellum pieces that can be cut. Like you can fussy cut around them. These are all done on vellum. I wanted to do another one of those really pretty flower jars. This is actually a die cut. These are both die cuts from the Flourish ephemera packs. And I loved the thought of a butterfly index. And I had these great butterfly stamps. So I went ahead and did them on vellum to have as an option to put anywhere and everywhere if you wanted to have like a butterfly index page, or you just wanted to keep them all tucked in the pocket. It was just a cute little thought. I've been accused of overthinking more times than I can probably count, and I'm a victim of it 1000%, and I own it. But sometimes I have really good ideas. But I stamped those on with Stays On ink, so they're not going to fade, they're not going to bleed, you're not going to have like a really weird image. I made a mistake and did that with something back in October, and I stamped, I don't even know looking back what the heck I stamped it with, but it faded and it looks awful now. It's not in a journal, it's not anything for sale, it was something personal I did and for myself, and I don't know what I was thinking. But that's the back page of the last signature. So now we're in this last little pocket of goodies in the back. And as you can see, like I'm holding this down like pretty decently and like nothing's coming out. I've used elastic to adhere these. So these come completely out. You can take each insert out and work on it separately if that's easier for you, which I'm sure it would be, because trying to work with that big bulky guy, like that's so much easier to work on. So all the signatures can be removed. I have not done a measurement of what this actually came out to. These are all hand sewn too, by the way. I probably should have shown that off. They're all hand stitched inserts with waxed thread. So it's good sturdy thread. Nothing's coming apart. It's good sturdy glue. Nothing's coming apart. Calm down. The only thing that I could think of that might pop or be a little weird is if you try to overstuff like this little pocket here, because I did not use the E6000. It was just paper. So I have a different glue holding that together, but these are all on with that E6000 glue. That's heavyweight glue, not going anywhere. You're completely safe in that regard. I mean, I still wouldn't beat the poor thing to death, but whatever. We'll measure this at the end so that we all know. So these are some more little cut out ephemera pieces that I have. So we have these. I love this one. This is definitely one of my favorite. It's like this pretty vellum with the gold, bronzish, coppery foil. This crane is just so neat to me. I don't know why. We've got this little label, this cute little leaf. I love that everything matches my board, which I'm really looking. You can see the ink from me just not being very organized when I was stamping. I was watching Dracula and stamping. I know I just said that I was watching Mary Poppins. I binged a lot of stuff behind the scenes while this was being constructed. But I love this tag too. So you've got this little back pocket of goodies. Literally every pocket is stuffed about as much as I could physically and emotionally stuff it without fear of breaking it. And I just wanted to make sure that you had so many things to play with, because I feel like the inserts, when you get them, you're so excited, but you feel like you almost want like a little bit of something to help you jump off. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I love secret pockets of goodies. That's why I love Happy Mail so much, and why I love having a pen pal, because it's a great opportunity for them to destash and for me to destash and hide things in little places. So there's that. All right. So, and we said that we were gonna, well, I said, not we, that we were gonna measure this little guy. Okay. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 inches. So a little over 4 inches from open binding out. And I would say 3 inches for an insert by, I'll actually use my ruler now like a big kid, by 5.5. So we've got 3 by 5.5 on the insert. And then closed cover, sitting upright, we're still a little over 4, almost 4.25. If you really wanted to eyeball it, it's like 1 notch below that. And we're at 6 inches. So 4.25 by 6. So think 4 by 6, like a little bit bigger than a 4 by 6 card. It's about that size. It's like my hands are so tiny now to everybody. I'm guessing that gives you guys some perspective. And about an inch, probably a little over. I would say like 1.25 inches, just to be honest and truthful with it. Of what to expect on sizes for the binder spine. I'm going to throw that little clippy clip in there. All right. Oh, I don't want to squash his little wing. Go down, little dude. All right, and there you have it. I mean, it's sturdy. I am so beyond proud of it. It's packed full. It makes me excited. Like, if I were, I'm so excited that I would want to work in it right now. I didn't lose interest in it immediately after it was done. I immediately started thinking of the 9 million others I wanted to make. So that was actually a question I did want to put to you guys. Do you like this size? Would you like to see more in this size? Or would you like to see more of that standard traveler insert size? Which I think is, oh wow, off the top of my head, is it 5 by 8? Roughly, or it's like 4.25, 4.33 by 8.25, I think is standard traveler insert size. So if you'd want to see one of those, let me know. If you'd want to see something bigger, like book size, like 7 by 10, I'd be curious to know about that. So yeah, lots of questions that I wanted to put to the viewers. It just seemed appropriate. I am going to be posting a time-lapsed flip through silentness of this little dude. My Fitbit is beeping at me, but I don't know why. I probably need to take steps. That's what it probably wants for me. Sorry. But yeah, I will be putting a flip through of this on Instagram Live. It'll go up on Etsy. I'm hoping to have all of that done today because I've just been sitting on this like a kid at Christmas waiting to show everybody. So I hope you guys like it. I look forward to hearing all of your feedback below. And like I said, I'll be listing it on the Etsy. So first come, first serve. Good luck. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.